Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I wanted to do a quick vlog style update about what's been going on around here. There's a few things that have changed, a few things that are new, so let's dive into that in just a second. So first off, over here, I pointed it out in an earlier video, but I built this simple little rack to house eventually 4 tens. I may end up moving that 10 over there, over here at some point, so I don't have to buy another one, but if I have to buy another one, so be it. But there's a few things going on over here. So up here is where I drop the Cory eggs when they come. And they've been laying eggs about once a week or once every 2 weeks lately. So that's the first update, is on the Cory fry. In the last video I put out, I talked about the Cory fry. They're probably going to be hard to see, but there's quite a few in here now. But anyway, that's what this tank is for, is raising up those Cory fry. I also made these lids. I cut them out of glass. That was another thing I recently did. And I mounted these knobs so they can slide. Pretty nice. I did have some acrylic on there that was too thin and it bows, so that was a nice addition. I also talked in the previous video about this tank, which has a bunch of stir-bys in it. Eventually the idea is to breed these guys as well, because stir-bys fetch a little more money than the green Corys over on the other side. Personally, I like the greens because they get a little bigger, but I also like the stir-bys. I like Corys in general. So next up here we have one green Severum that I recently picked up. He's a little beaten up and he's doing okay, but as you can see, his fins aren't the greatest. So I'm trying to get him healthy, and I'm treating him with some mild medications just in case he has something. So I'm hoping for the best for that guy, because someday he's going to be a cutie, and I've always wanted a green Severum, so that was recently happening. So he'll be up there for a while. He wasn't eating very much, so I put this hang on the back in there to clean it up a little bit. But I'm going to be feeding a little lighter in the future, because like I said, he's not eating that much. Over here, a while back, I made this brine shrimp hatchery out of a 2-liter bottle and super glued an airline in there. Not hard to do at all, and it definitely works. So you do not need to buy a fancy hatchery to hatch baby brine shrimp. You can do it in a 2-liter bottle that you cut. So that's what's going on there. I also recently got a heater to heat the room, and this heat storm heater works exceptionally well. So I took most of the heaters out of the individual tanks, and I'm just heating the room. The only tanks that have heaters are the ones that have fish that like it a little warmer, because although the room is 79 to 80 degrees, the tanks are usually around 75 degrees in the room, which is fine for most fish, but some like it a little warmer. So another project I was going to do a video on, and that's why I'm doing this vlog video instead, is I bought a bunch of this lava rock. It's in all these bags, and as you can see, there's a bunch of empty space in this sump where I could put some additional biological media. So the idea was to use the lava rock, which yesterday I spent a ton of time washing, and then I baked it for a while at a low temperature to dry it out, and then I put it down here next to the dehumidifier to air out. But then I went down the rabbit hole on the internet about lava rock, and should you use it? Is it good as a biological filled media? And the opinions vary just all over the place. You know, some people saying it's okay, some people saying it's excellent, some people say it could raise your pH, some people say it's completely inert and it won't raise your pH, some people say it may raise your pH a little bit, some people say it may leach certain minerals into the water like iron and stuff like that. So that made me second guess using it. If you've used lava rock, tell me what you have experienced. Does it work well? Does it raise your pH? Does it leach any minerals? If you know, Tell me how that worked, if any of you have used it, and how it worked for you. For me, I'm going to keep it. Obviously, I may decide to use it in the future, but I ordered some BioHome Ultra, which is supposed to be excellent biological media. We'll see. It's expensive, I know. So there again, if you've used that, let me know how that worked for you. In a future video, I may talk about the nitrification process and completing the nitrification process, which is developing another type of bacteria called anaerobic bacteria, which apparently will convert your nitrate, which you usually remove with water changes, into nitrogen that bubbles off, so that you experience lower nitrate levels and therefore do less water changes. Is that possible, and has anybody experienced that? And if so, what media have you used? But I may talk about that more in depth in a little while. Now, another thing that happened is my quarantine tank did have quite a few fish in it, and I've since spread those fish around to different tanks. For instance, the Festivum is right there, is now in this 75 gallon, and it's been getting along pretty well with the tank boss, I would say, the Severum there. No aggression between the two. The only thing I notice is the Festivum likes to chase the blue Acara occasionally, but no damage and nothing serious. You see it going there, but so far I haven't noticed anything serious going on. And also the giant Danios went up there with the blue or the red-headed Tapajos. That may be our temporary thing until they grow out a little more. Now, I emptied it out because there was a cave with a male pleco bristlenose over here, and that's another thing that's going on. That male is now over here. I moved the cave, and I'm not going to try to shine a light in there because I doubt we'll be able to see it, but he was sitting on eggs, and they've since hatched, and there's lots of fry inside that cave, and they haven't come out yet, so he's still being a dad right now, so that's exciting. Now over here I set up another 20 high just to have as a grow out tank in the future, and right now there's just some random molly fry that are growing in there that I rescued. Now the last update is this new 20 long over here, which is going to be more of a dark water tank, and I have some Apistos coming in the mail, Apistogramma, and I'll probably do an unboxing video about that, so I'm really excited to get them in here, and hopefully we'll get some breeding out of those Apistogramma in this 20 long here. I've got a couple of caves for them. So that's it for now. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to check in and explain what's happening briefly in this video. Hopefully you liked it. Please consider liking and subscribing. Leave me a comment and let me know about those questions I asked for. We'll see you next time.